This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
For your information, you're invited to travel back in time to Angela Park with some talented young musicians at the Hazleton Area High School. We'll tell you more about the concert next. It's time for a whole new week of information here on FYI. I'm Ken Kara. As always, thanks for watching. SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker are proud to announce that we will be hosting a special forum to introduce you to the candidates running for Hazleton Mayor. SSPTV will tape this special edition known as Let the People Know. This program will be taped in mid-April. It will be a closed taping. All 6 candidates have been invited and have agreed to participate. They are Republican candidates, incumbent Hazleton Mayor Joe Yanuzzi and current council member Jeff Cassat, Democratic candidates Grace Kuzel, John Metashevsky, Councilmember Jack Mundy, and Joe Nemchik. We'll have more information on this special Let the People Know, including the air dates and times that it will run. Tonight we begin with a trip down memory lane. How many of you remember the popular amusement park, Angela Park? Whether you experienced Porky the Paper Eater in person or heard about it from your parents or grandparents, Angela Park was the place to be in its heyday. Tonight we have the latest on a concert being held tomorrow night that will feature a tribute to Angela Park. Lisa Sugart had the chance to talk with the man who came up with this unique idea.
Tomorrow evening, a special concert will be held at the Hazleton Area High School to mark Music in Our Schools Month. But this time, the concert has a special tribute as part of it to a wonderful amusement park that used to be in our area known as Angela Park. With me now is Tom Fadden, who is the Director of Bands here at the Valley Elementary Middle School. Mr. Fadden, you are involved in this wonderful tribute that is going to be part of the concert tomorrow night. So tell us, first of all, how this idea all came about and that Angela Park will be part of the concert.
Sure. Well, about a year ago, I announced at the last concert that we had like this, we were interested in doing a tribute to Angela Park and asked for some help finding pictures, memorabilia, etc. to make the event extra special for the kids and for the community as well. And since then, I've been in contact a little bit with the Barlettas as well as our composer, Rob Walker, who is from the Midwest, and he's a friend of the area through our Furwood Music Camp down in Drums. And he wrote the piece for us, and a gentleman by the name of Jim Fichter did a slideshow to go along with the performance of the piece of music, which is a collection of carousel music as well as a special feature in the middle to simulate the ride on the Valley volcano.
Well, what made you decide to even do this? How did the idea come about?
Well, I've always had I always thought it would be a good idea to do a commissioned work of some sort with the kids in mind. And what better to do than a piece about an amusement park? And immediately Angela Park came to mind because it was such a big part of my childhood, growing up in Weatherly and coming up on Little League Day and riding all the rides like the roller coaster and the bumper cars and my favorite, the big giant slide where you'd grab the burlap sack and go up to the top and come down, which is the most cost-effective ride I heard in the park from Fred Barletta himself. That was his favorite ride, and he wanted them to bring it from Knoebels to Angela Park, and that's how it came.
Wow, that brings back a lot of memories.
Yeah.
Everything you're saying, I could just picture it like it was yesterday. Now, this concert taking place tomorrow night at Hazleton Area High School, you want to see that auditorium packed.
Oh, yes, we would love to have as many people there as possible. Admission is $5 for adults and then $4 for seniors and children. And to support the music department as well, there's going to be T-shirts for sale that are commemorative Angela Park T-shirts, which are available through a link to a website, and everybody will get a flyer on that, and it's up on our website as well. And that'd be a great memorabilia thing to have, and it'll make a great Easter present or St. Patrick's Day present or whatever you'd like to make it a present for, in addition to coming and seeing the concert and joining us in this special celebration.
All righty. Well, thank you very much. It sounds like a wonderful event. It's going to bring back a lot of old memories for a lot of people, including myself. This special concert tomorrow at 7 p.m., Music in Our Schools Month, featuring a tribute to Angela Park at Hazleton Area High School at 7 p.m. We hope the entire community will support it.
Thank you, Lisa. Now, I never actually saw Porky the Paper Eater until today, and I'll tell you what, I'll never get that image out of my head. In other news tonight, more headlines from FYI News 13 and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. The superintendent of the Hazleton Area School District has confirmed that an investigation is underway in the district. According to our media partner, the Standard Speaker, a Hazleton Area School District teacher is allegedly being accused of having inappropriate contact with a 16-year-old student. While Dr. Francis X. Antonelli did confirm that there is an investigation, he also says that until the district has all the relevant facts, there is nothing else to say. We asked if there is any protocol or guidelines regarding communication between a teacher and a student. Dr. Antonelli says that the state of Pennsylvania requires all school employees to undergo Act 126 training. He says that employees, including himself, completed the 2 to 2.5 hour online training module, which did specifically address communications via social media between teachers and students. Dr. Antonelli adds that the Act 126 training also includes mandatory reporting responsibilities for sexual misconduct, grooming, and inappropriate social media communication between a teacher and a student. District employees receive a certificate for completing the required training. The names of those involved in the investigation have not been released and no charges have been filed. There's an opening on Beaver Meadows Borough Council. During its March 2nd meeting, Council accepted the resignation of Councilman Richard Donald. As a result of the resignation, Council will now appoint someone to complete Donald's term at its next meeting in April. Those interested are asked to send a letter of interest stating why they would like to serve on Borough Council. Letters can be sent to the Borough Secretary at P.O. Box 215, Beaver Meadows, PA 18216. Hazleton police need your help to find a missing person. Police are attempting to locate 19-year-old Kevin Batista, who was reported missing. Kevin is described as a Hispanic male, approximately 5 feet 11 inches tall and 150 pounds. He has brown eyes, black hair, and a slim build. He was last seen wearing a leather jacket. Kevin has not been seen since the late afternoon last Tuesday on March 10th. Anyone with information about his whereabouts is asked to call Hazleton Police by dialing 911. Coming up next on FYI, we'll hit the gym at Core Fitness with Christy Book in our fitness segment, and later in sports, the mascots take over, so stay tuned. We'll have that a little later.
This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
It's Monday and we're here at Core Fitness. Hi guys, I'm Christy Book. I'm one of the owners and one of the trainers here at Core. And today I'm here with our group of retirees and my business partner, Kim Slesser. She is certified in Golden Hearts, which happens to be a senior fitness class. And so today I wanted to talk about the retirees and how they stay fit here at Core. So basically what this class is, it's a lot of functional training, very low impact, good for anybody. So if it's something that you wanted to try, your first class would be free, and we're going to take a walk and show you what they're doing here today. So Kim has them on a timer, okay, and they're going to spend an allotted time here at every single station. She has 9 stations set up around the room right now. Typically in class, there would be more than this, and it would be a little bit longer time. So all of these exercises, again, are functional training, great for the older population. This one here is a step up. So the functional training on this one would be just stepping up on a curb or going up your set of stairs, things that we kind of take for granted when we're younger, but can be a little bit more difficult as we get older. So we have here an inclined mountain climber, and that's going to be working her shoulders, her back, her legs, and her abs. Come on over. And here we have a trampoline, and this is where the girls are going to do their cardio part. So they can do anything that they want on here. Kim likes to add in a little bit of cardio for the girls to get their metabolism revved back up. And as you can hear, she's counting them down to the next step. So here we have a jack on a chair. So this is something that can be done if you have back problems, knee problems, your balance is off. You can grab a seat right here and just jack out as if you would do it on the floor, but you're seated. So it's a little bit easier on your joints. Here we have Betty, and she's doing a row. Now this is another functional training exercises, working her back, her shoulders, Her core is stable, her shoulders are squared to the floor. And this could be for picking something up in your home that has dropped or picking up grocery bags. And we have our knees soft so that we can take some weight off of the lower back. Moving around, we have the second section of cardio here. And then moving on, we have another chair with a band. And this would be looped around your leg, and you would be doing some outer thigh raises here. The last two are great functional movements for your upper body. So we have a bicep curl that's being performed right now. She's going to move on here to an overhead press. And this is great for reaching into cupboards, getting down decorations, anything like that. So she's going to start to press overhead. She's using a 5-pound weight. So if you'd like to try something like this out, we are now accepting silver sneakers, which we're really excited about. And we'd love to have you guys join this class. So give us a call at 455-7818.
Time now for FYI News 13 weather.
This is the Diamond off the Diamond. It's the Legion baseball field just off of Diamond Avenue in Hazleton. Soon it will be all ready for baseball, but right now it looks ready for a snowball fight. Now it's time for our forecast from the National Weather Service. The snow hopefully won't be there much longer. Tonight there is a chance of showers mainly after 3 a.m. Mostly cloudy. Our low will be 41. On Tuesday, a chance of showers mainly before 1 p.m. Mostly cloudy, a high of 42. Very windy day with gusts as high as 30 miles per hour. Tuesday night, partly cloudy, low of 19, wind gusts as high as 28 miles per hour. And another windy day on Wednesday, mostly sunny, high of 30, gusts up to 33 miles per hour. Wednesday night will be partly cloudy, our low of 20. On Thursday, mostly sunny, a high near 40 degrees. Thursday night, mostly cloudy, our low will be 29. On Friday, a chance of rain and snow as we get up to 40 degrees once again. And then Friday night, we'll get to the freezing point, a low of 32 degrees. Tonight's weather is brought to you by Boyer Insurance Agency. They have 2 locations to serve you. One location is in Cunningham on Sugarloaf Avenue, and they have another location in Nescapec on Broad Street. Give them a call in Cunningham at 570-788-3543 and in Nescapec at 570-752-7683.
We're back here at Friedman Electric. They are celebrating 80 years in business, and we are with Lisa Connect. And you know, Lisa, we all say we're going to buy these generators, and then, you know, winter passes and spring's here, and we forget about it. But people might be getting some tax return money back that they could purchase these larger items, which you sell here at Friedman Electric. So thanks for joining us. Let's educate everybody on what happens if they do lose power.
What we recommend is that people get a standby generator. That means that it automatically comes on when power goes out via an automatic transfer switch. And you can either protect your whole house and have everything in the home come back on when the power goes out, or you can do selected circuits. In other words, if you only need your heat pump to come on and your well pump and a couple of lights and a couple of appliances, you can do it that way as well. Or you can protect the whole house, depending on, you know, how much you want to invest in that system.
People might be hesitant or confused about how a generator actually operates. Do you have someone here that can review that with them?
We do. You can see myself, you can see Jerry. We also have, for bigger jobs or more complicated systems, we do have a person in our company that works for all of our stores that's all he does is generators. And he can come out to your job and look at it and help you with, deciding what size is right for you.
Perfect. All right, so next week, I believe we're going to talk about the security systems that you have here. All right, offering more than just lighting, we're here at Friedman Electric in downtown Hazleton, Pennsylvania, celebrating 80 years in business. We'll see you next week.
If I win the lottery, I need a generator for tailgating. Here are your midday winning Pennsylvania lottery numbers. Pick 2, 33, pick 3, 386, pick 4, 8855, and pick 5, 98445. The mascots are coming after this break.
This is FYI News 13 Sports.
How about a reality show with a tiger, a dragon, a penguin, and a seal? I'm in. The show is called Behind the Mask, and since we're talking about it on sports and dragons don't actually exist, you probably guessed it's about mascots. The show features Northeast Pennsylvania's beloved Tux from the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins. I read on a website that emperor penguins are the largest of all penguins. Apparently, they never heard of tucks. According to another website, emperor penguins migrate 60 to 100 miles every March, while tucks might travel that in a day. But let's give the emperor penguins a little credit. They can't drive a car like tucks. The reality series Behind the Mask, which streams on Hulu, gives you a glimpse into the life of tucks and the man behind the mask, Chad Spencer. We caught up with Spencer before his visit to the Maple Manor Elementary Middle School for a special reading program on Dr. Seuss's birthday. Tuck shared the spotlight with a cat in a funny hat on this day, and he seemed okay with that. He also shares the stage on Behind the Mask with a high school mascot, a freelance mascot, and a professional mascot.
The high school mascot this year, her name's Navy Baker. She's a amazingly spirited girl that's first girl to be featured on Behind the Mask. And she's a tiger. She's a ferocious tiger. She's pretty awesome too. Like, I look at her and I'm like, oh, I could learn a couple things from her. She's got a lot of things happen to her on the show that are just so inspirational. She'll make you cry a couple times, I think. The second mascot is a freelance mascot. His name's Chris Hall. He has autism, a higher breed of autism, I guess you could say, like with high anxiety, and you kind of go through his issues throughout the show, and you see how mascotting changes his life, like his whole everything. As soon as he puts a costume on, it's really different, and it's, for me, it was a great story watching his story, because you just never know, like mascotting helps people in different ways. My part is pretty much, it's same as the first one. I'm trying to go pro, and it shows my journey, and there's a couple really exciting moments on my part that I think you'll really enjoy, and of course Cody, my son, is on it, and a lot of good things happen in my part. I mean, it was my favorite. Out of the 2 seasons, I really liked season 2, just because maybe I knew more what to expect, and there's a couple stories on there that are really touching, that I think that will touch the whole world and help a lot of people. And then the pro, which is my favorite mascot of all of them, watching his story is like what I'm dreaming about. The mascot that the pro features is Lucille from the San Francisco Giants, which we all know just won the World Series. So you can imagine what his story's like throughout the whole year.
The entire second season of Behind the Mask is available now on Hulu. And if you want to see Tux in his natural habitat, go see a Penguins game at the Mohegan Sun Arena in Wilkes-Barre. The Penguins are home this Saturday night against Binghamton, and we will have an update on the Pens tomorrow right here on FYI. We'll see how they're doing in the standings. Well, the only thing better than hanging out with Tux is hanging out with Ron Marchetti, and you're in luck because you get to spend the next 2 minutes and 45 seconds of your life with him. Here's this week's Trivia Treats.
Tomorrow is the day everyone wants to be Irish. Many do not believe me when I tell them that I am half Irish. My mom's maiden name was Gallagher. Hi everybody, it's St. Patrick's Day Eve. Top of the day to you. Time for more trivia treats. Woody Hayes, longtime football coaching great at Ohio State University, died at the age of 74, 28 years ago in 1987. And something else happened on that same day in 1987. It didn't seem to be notable at that time, but it sure turned out to be. Do you remember when a Dodger VP created a racial furor? Al Campanis, the 70-year-old vice president in charge of player personnel for the Los Angeles Dodgers, resigned under fire in the wake of a national storm caused by his comments on a segment of ABC's Nightline 2 days before. Campanis, appearing on a show honoring the upcoming 40th anniversary of Jackie Robinson breaking baseball's color barrier, was asked by host Ted Koppel why the major leagues who have no black managers, general managers, or owners. Quote, I truly believe that they may not have some of the necessities to be, let's say, a field manager or perhaps a GM, replied Campanis. When Koppel asked Campanis if he really believed that, the Dodger executive responded, well, I didn't say that all of them are like that, but they are short. How many quarterbacks do you have? How many pitchers do you have that are black? A moment later, Campanis really buried himself by saying, why are black men or black people not good swimmers? Because they don't have any buoyancy. The comments unleashed a storm of controversy and forced Campanis into an apology. He maintained that his statements were misconstrued, and he does not believe that blacks are less intelligent than whites. But the damage was done, and so was Al Campanis, who took that same trip that Jimmy the Greek took, down short, lonely lane into obscurity, never to be heard from again for saying the wrong thing at the wrong time on national TV. Mother of God! Till Friday, be a good sport and stay loose.
Mondays can be rough, but you can end them on a high note. Seafood night at Bottlenecks. Choose from crab, clam, shrimp, and lobster specials, such as their little neck clams in garlic butter, only $1.95 a dozen, or handmade crab cake platter for only $8.95.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's Talk of the Town report. One announcement: the Sanctuary, 172 North Wyoming Street in Hazleton, will be holding professional wrestling Sunday, March 22nd at 5 p.m. The local favorite, Marcy versus A2. Tickets are available at the door. For info, just call 570-262-0636 or check them out, Sanctuary PA, on Facebook. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Alan L. Hildebrand of Cunningham. Memorial is Tuesday at 11 a.m. in the Christ United Church of Christ. Friends may call Tuesday from 10 to 11 a.m. The Harmon Funeral Home is assisting the family. Walter Polishensky, formerly of Hazleton. Arrangements will be held at the convenience of the family from the Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home. Peter P. Garber, Sr. of Whitehall. Memorial is Thursday at 11 a.m. in the St. John Fisher Catholic Church. Albert R. Geis of Shepton. Funeral is Friday at 11 a.m. in the St. Joseph's Roman Catholic Church. Friends may call Friday from 10 to 11 a.m. Arrangements are under the direction of the Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home. Margie Leachak of Milnesville. Arrangements will be announced by the Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home. Richard James Cooper II of Hazleton. Arrangements are under the direction of the Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home. Evelyn K. Baskin of Drums. Funeral is Wednesday at 11 a.m. in the St. John's Evangelical Lutheran Church. Friends may call from 10 to 11 a.m. Ronald Resnick of Hazleton. Funeral is Tuesday at 9:30 a.m. from the John J. Pusti Funeral Home. Friends may call Monday from 6 to 8 p.m. And Robert M. Jordan Sr. of Freeland. Arrangements will be announced by the Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home. Attention pay-per-view subscribers, if you see your name right now on News 13, you have 13 minutes to call in and win a free movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Our winner tonight is Robert Staffa of Tamaqua. Robert, if you're watching, give us a call right now, 570-455-7267, extension 104.
What a Monday. I hope you had fun. It's that fun time in the sports here where we're in between winter sports and spring sports. So it'll be an interesting week on the Sportscast. A lot of feature stories coming your way, so stay tuned for that. And a lot more news and information online. We're at facebook.com/FYI News 13 for breaking news and standardspeaker.com. I'll see you tomorrow. Take it easy, everyone.